Hello and welcome to the first issue of Thái Nguyên News in English. I'm Đặng Hương. Thái Nguyên News is a news channel supplying TV viewers with information of Thái Nguyên provinces in all fields of politics, economy, society, culture, and entertainment, so people can see the potential of Thái Nguyên province. The following major stories in the first issue are: Thái Nguyên announced the project of building a national tourism zone in Núi Cốc Lake area. The university and college entrance exam in Thái Nguyên finished without hitch. At the end of this program, we will bring you the story of Tân Cương Tea, which reflects the history of Thái Nguyên tea branch. At a ceremony on the 25th of July in Núi Cốc Lake, Tân Cương Commune, Đại Từ District, the People's Committee of Thái Nguyên Province announced plans to build Núi Cốc Lake into a national tourism destination by 2020 and awarded investment certificates of the first package to various enterprises.
According to the plan, Núi Cốc Lake area will be set up as an important national ecological tourism zone with a total area of 19,000 square hectares, which stretches across from Thái Nguyên City to Đại Từ District and Phổ Yên District. This zone will have had from 60 to 62,000 residents by 2020. It will be divided into 5 major functional areas, namely tourism including ecotourism, forest reserves and parks, entertainment, sport including golf, trade and services with the building of a new administrative center. As planned, Thái Nguyên will invest as well as attract investment costing from 8 to 8.2 trillion Vietnam dong to construct infrastructures, level surfaces, improve drainage and electricity grids, build highways 270, 261 and 267, construct roads around Núi Cốc Lake, build public transport, cable routes, wharves and heliports. The plan to build Núi Cốc Lake area will activate a new development state of Thái Nguyên province, exploit tourism potentiality, thus contributing to the economic structure of Thái Nguyên, said Deputy Prime Minister Hoàng Trung Hải at the ceremony. The Deputy Prime Minister also emphasized that the Thái Nguyên province and investors need to take measures to protect the national scenery, water resources and the environment before the goal of turning Núi Cốc Lake into an important national tourism zone of international stature can be attained.
From the 6th to the 8th of July, the Foreign Ministry and the People's Committee of Thái Nguyên Province organized a capacity building course for 130 officials and leaders from 9 provinces in the north to heighten their awareness of foreign affairs.
On behalf of Thái Nguyên leaders, Mr. Đặng Viết Thuận, Vice President of Thái Nguyên People's Committee, provided trainees with information on the Tea Festival, Thái Nguyên 2011. There is a good opportunity to introduce and publicize tea products of Thái Nguyên to local and foreign visitors. Mr. Thuận stressed that the various localities in Thái Nguyên need to coordinate to bring about a successful festival. This informative course held in Thái Nguyên is for the purpose of equipping officials in foreign affairs with the necessary tools to understand present and future important national and international events. At this capacity building course, trainees were taught 7 major subjects, which include global situations and diplomatic policies, cultural diplomacy, how to dissipate information on foreign affairs.
On July the 11th, the Department of Culture, Sports and Tourism of Thái Nguyên Province held a meeting to congratulate the disabled athlete who returned from the National Sports Tournament for Disabled Athlete 2011. The tournament took place from the 1st to the 4th of July in Ho Chi Minh City.
Thái Nguyên sport team had 9 athletes attending this year's tournament in 7 sporting events, including badminton, table tennis, chess, weightlifting, track and field. Despite a rough competition with other vigorous sport teams, Thái Nguyên athletes tried their best and won 1 gold medal, 3 silvers and 1 bronze in track and field, table tennis and badminton. At the meeting, the leaders of the Culture, Sports and Tourism Department praised and rewarded the athletes who achieved high results, encouraging them to overcome difficult situations, training enthusiastically to get higher achievements in other tournaments.
The second phase of the university and college entrance exam in 2011 took place on the 9th and 10th of July. There were 870 examination rooms at 22 locations in Thái Nguyên. As per usual, the entrance exam in Thái Nguyên happened smoothly and securely. This year, the total registration files that were sent to the universities and colleges in Thái Nguyên were more than 62,000. There were over 50,000 candidates that attended the examination. On the whole, 2 phases of the examination took place successfully. Despite the hot weather, the electricity and water were supplied efficiently. All health and security regulations were intact. The examination scripts were securely managed and there were no false reports during the examination. According to comments of experts, candidates, and other viewpoints, the examination questions contained was in sync with the topics that were taught at high school in general. There were no errors in their content and in form. Thái Nguyên Joint Stock Company of Plant Varieties has organized a public workshop to announce the successful breeding of a domesticated rice variety called ANH.wmv. The breeding of the new rice variety opens up prospects for improving productivity as well as the initiative of local seed sources. This is the first time Thái Nguyên has produced the new rice varieties. ANH.wmv were bred from the combination of 219 genetic resources of today's extremely short-term rice varieties. Trial production in some provinces indicated that ANH.wmv's yield is quite stable. The difference in yield between spring and summer-autumn crops is not that high, which is rare for domesticated rice varieties. In Thái Nguyên, after the trial production in An Khánh Seed Center, in comparison with Khang 18, the growth period of ANH.wmv was short, concentrated flowering. In addition, ANH.wmv are resistant to common diseases such as brown hopper, blast, and blight. The appearance of ANH.wmv affirms once again that Thái Nguyên completely has the conditions and ability to produce successfully. When talking about Thái Nguyên, people usually think of tea. Although Thái Nguyên tea growing area is ranked the second in Vietnam after Lâm Đồng, tea products of this province have a special taste that cannot be found anywhere else. And when talking about Thái Nguyên tea, people usually think of Tân Cương tea. The taste of Tân Cương tea seems to be quintessence of natural flavors. Tân Cương people are skilled in making the best tea with special techniques handed down through the generations. But who was the first person to bring the tea to Tân Cương and help the people there to develop such a good flavor? This is the story we bring to you in Thái Nguyên News today.
To talk about the history of tea trees in Thái Nguyên, many of us are unsure and don't know the answer. Even people in famous long-standing tea areas such as Tân Cương, Trại Cài, Minh Lập, La Bằng, and Tức Chanh find it difficult to estimate how long tea trees have been grown in Thái Nguyên. There is much evidence to prove that tea trees in Thái Nguyên originated from Phú Thọ province. One rumor is spread that old tea tree in Tân Cương was so big that a man can only embrace them with widely opened arms. But those who know can tell you about a man whose name is Vũ Văn Hiệt. He is a person who explored the area of Tân Cương to establish tea plantations and began production of the grains brand tea packets for sale all over the country. It is said that Mr. Vũ Văn Hiệt had a son who is still living at the other side of the Công River in the land of Bình Sơn commune, sông Công Thao. We inquired and found Mr. Vũ Thuận.
Tôi cũng cảm thấy có một chút tự hào, đồng thời cũng rất là cảm
I
động.
was so proud of my father. He was really good at making the best tea. It's a pity that none of us has taken on his career. But I'm trying to collect as many documents about my father as possible to help my children understand their forefather.
At the end of the 19th century, the French colonial empire built many tea plantations in order to commercialize tea in Vietnam. At that time, Mr. Vũ Văn Hiệt was forced to serve in French colonial army. He was in charge of exploring and setting up a tea plantation in Tân Cương in 1919. In 1925, he built a tea processing factory, opened a tea store in Thái Nguyên town, and sent wholesale products to many regions of Vietnam. Tân Cương tea products were also exported to India. But the Tân Cương tea plantation collapsed after his death in March 1945. During the French War, 1945 to 1954, most tea plantation was abandoned, bringing about the decline of the tea industry in Vietnam. Nowadays, visitors to Tân Cương will be guided to ancestral land of Lam Sơn village under the foot of Guok Mountain to see old tea trees.
My family has lived here since 1939. When I was a child, I used to play around Mr. Hiet's house and sometimes have employees to pick up tea bags in the plantation. But all the tea trees here have been renewed since 1970.
Thái Nguyên tea brand has been promoted since the formation of Tân Cương, that thanks to Mr. Vũ Văn Hiệt. The first international tea festival is going to take place in Thái Nguyên next November. The event is expected to promote Vietnamese tea products, creating an opportunity for tea enterprises to share their experience with international partners. And this will be the chance to express our gratitude to those who dedicated their life to Thái Nguyên, the land of tea.
The story of Tân Cương tea concludes our program today. Thank you for watching. For comments and feedbacks, send us emails at www.thainguintv.vn or give us a call at 02803 759039 or 02806 253010. Goodbye for now and see you next time.